Hello. Hi, I'm Ryan, and I'm a rising junior at Wilcox High School, and this will be my fourth and final milestone for my project Smile Detection with OpenCV. In this milestone, I focused on my modification, which was 3D printing this cover case for my Raspberry Pi, but also adding on code to automatically take photos of the user's face when they're smiling and upload it to a cloud server, or in this case, I use Google Drive. So how this how this works is essentially I have this I have this cover case which I built specifically for my Raspberry Pi, and I used my Raspberry Pi as basically a computing model so I can take the feed from my Raspberry Pi camera and feed it into my computer over here where the output is shown. And if I where over here where I can type in some commands to configure my program. So if I would like to turn on the automatic capture function, I can press Y and type it in and it should turn on. And then I can also configure the delay between the automatic capture. And over here, it opens up a window where it has a live feed of basically whatever I want to capture. And over here, if I do smile, it should capture and upload it later on when I quit the program. And so down here, it says the Google Drive folder, which the photos are being uploaded to. And so you can access them later whenever you want to, and they'll be all there. Some challenges I faced during this milestone was first, definitely trying to get this 3D model like accurate enough to where it could be fitted to my Raspberry Pi camera, because there's this really small hole that I need to get it fitted into, and that was really hard to get accurate, especially since 3D printers are not 100% accurate. So I had to test it out a few times and um, try different modeling stuff until I could get it into a perfect fit. But also to get it fitted to this camera and also to my Pi case was difficult, and it took around 4 to 5 tries, a little more than that, but each print took around like 2 to 3 hours, so it took quite a long time. But more importantly, getting my code to work properly was the more difficult part, especially since trying to use this Google Drive API and Google Cloud and everything was something I've never used before or experienced. And so trying to get that to work with my own code, trying to like integrate it was difficult, especially since I had no prior background knowledge on how to use these services. So getting that was took me a while, but eventually I was able to figure it out by myself, and I got a decent result. And but it wasn't exactly my first choice in different services because there were different ones, but I figured Google Drive would be the easiest for me and the most accessible for a lot of people. So my next step will might be to improve my code and clean it up a little bit and make sure that there are no unnecessary parts, no extra parts that may make it run slower, especially since my Raspberry Pi is a slow computing model and it doesn't have a great processor. So making sure that that runs smooth and efficiently is definitely a concern, and I would like to work on that next. But overall, I think this project has been very enjoyable, and in the future, I would definitely like to work on something like similar to my project now, where I can work on engineering stuff and hardware stuff and just overall like combine two aspects of software and hardware to make a unique project.